You can buy all sorts of things online, from jewelry to cars, you name it. But would you buy food on Facebook from somebody you didn't know? I'm asking Ian this. This is going to be a big old fat no.
Oh man, I talked to a lot of people about this, and that was the first question. They're like, wait, what? Now I'm not talking just baked goods. I mean, people are selling like shrimp, steaks, stuff like that. You know, I sell stuff on Facebook or OfferUp, you know, maybe like some old garden tools, something like that, some old shoes, something like that. But you can find anything on there when it comes to food. But if you're thinking about clicking on that for a meal, you may want to use some caution. Jill Bush used to bake cookies with her grandma as a kid, and the skill never left her as an adult.
So I started baking in my old neighborhood, sold a few there, and then it kind of branched off from there.
Now it's a fun hobby that brings in a bit of money for the family. Jill uses Facebook to promote her delicious treats, and it's really helped her business take off.
I do anywhere from 20 to 40 dozen a week. And on one day, on Saturdays, are my usual bake days.
But maybe you're looking for something a bit more savory. Well, you can find it all on Facebook Marketplace. Have a hankering for some chorizo? How about an egg roll or maybe some sushi? Don't forget the shrimp, both cooked and raw. But would you eat food you bought on Facebook?
You don't know if they wash their hands, and you know, it's not very, what's that word? Sterile. It's not good at all.
I had an idea, but I wondered what the food safety folks at the county thought about this.
So we want to avoid foodborne illness through a safe food supply.
Robert Stratham is with Maricopa County Environmental Services, the people who make sure restaurants keep a clean kitchen. He says buying food on Facebook could send you to the toilet with a nasty case of food poisoning.
In the example of beef jerky, that has a special process where it has to be dehydrated. And we have come across unpermitted vendors in their home where they will be drying out that beef, dehydrating it in their backyard, either on a chain link fence or some other kind of metal bed frame.
Well, that is disgusting. He says these home cooks probably mean well, but you never know what's going on in their kitchen.
The kind of equipment they use is the refrigerator too full? Is it operating correctly? All of those things can potentially lead to contamination, improper food handling, and then ultimately some kind of food poisoning.
So, like with anything in life, buyer beware. As for Jill, she's gearing up for the busy holiday cookie season and knows food poisoning isn't good for business.
I'm very particular about keeping everything clean and organized before baking, washing my hands a ton every time.
So, beef jerky on a chain link on a bed spring. No joke, that's what the county has seen. Now, Jill, there's a whole bunch of foods that you do not need a permit. Baked goods, honeys, nuts, you know, kind of these non-perishable type things. But when you start getting into the raw foods, fish, meat, you need a license for that for good reason. You don't want anyone getting sick. So use caution, that's what you want to do. I did link on our app to the list of things that are there. It's called the cottage law, where you're good, you're probably safe, and then there's also a list of things that the state says you really should be watching out for. Some of that food looks very tasty on Facebook, but you know,
not now.
Thanks a lot for that, Ian. You said honey and nuts. What about nut and honey?
Nut and honey. That may be safe too. But watch out for the crab, shrimp.
Whatever happened to good old-fashioned Safeway or Fry's?
Well, you can do that too. They are licensed.
Yeah. Wow. That's interesting. Ian, thank you.